Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the demo Brainamputated But Good by the German thrash metal band Brainamputated. This is their debut demo and was released in 1989. So before I get to the songs, I'm going to name off the band members really quick. Hold on. Oh, shit. I almost dropped that. Hold on. I think the credits are on the inside here. Oh, yep, they're on the inside. Guido on drums, Michael on guitar, Christoph on bass, Gabby on guitar, and Cherry on vocals. Also, I find it cool that they not only have the band, credits for the band members, but also a picture of all the band members as well. Also, something to note is that this is the only release by this band that has a different vocalist. Their first vocalist only did this album, and then they had a different vocalist for the other two releases that they put out. Anyway. Nope, wrong way. Okay, so first up is the song Last Thoughts. What a great way to start off the demo. Just extremely heavy right off the bat, just a really great pummeling riff, pummeling main riff, great, again, pummeling drumming to go along with the riff. The vocals are really good. The vocals are interesting. They seem to be like a mix of like almost punkish type vocals mixed with thrash metal, mixed with maybe a bit of almost crossover thrash style. But they go really well. They go really well with the more like pummeling aggressive, just like type of like riffing and drum work going on here on this on pretty much on the entire demo. But this song and also what a great solo. Now this band does a really great job at combining great, heavy, aggressive riffs combined with really cool and sort of intricate-ish melodic guitar solos. And yeah, just a great song to start off the demo. Next up is my favorite song on here, Is It All Over? This one, oddly enough, is actually, I think the first song technically that I liked on this demo. Originally, the first listen, I did not like Last Thoughts, but then I listened to it again, and I finally got it. But for some reason, the first time around when I listened to it, the first song I liked was this one, but Last Thoughts now I like as well, just for some reason first listen, I don't know, didn't like it at first, but yeah, Is It All Over is a great one. This is probably, I would say probably the most well re-recorded version. Not this isn't re-recorded, but like this was re-recorded along with the rest of the songs on this demo for their first album. But this one in particular, I actually prefer the replacement vocalist in terms of this song rather than the original one compared to pretty much every other song on here. I don't know, it's just this vocalist, for some weird reason, there's a section of the lyrics on here that for some reason it seems like he just sort of stumbles with, kind of like just can't get it right. The portion is what was it? Is it all over? I don't think so. But for some reason, he just sort of like says it so fast, and he sort of cuts off the I don't think so part, where it's like, is it all? But he says it so fast to the point where like it is it all over, and then when it goes to I don't think so, he cuts it off, like he just doesn't say it. I don't know. It's a very weird moment that repeats itself because it's part of the chorus on here, and it's just very weirdly done vocally, and I don't know. But yeah, I do prefer the way the replacement vocalist does it, and just the way his vocals are on this track. But in terms of instrumentation, though, I do prefer this version. Um, Again, this version, the re-recorded version, along with all the other re-recorded versions on their first album, and their first album in general, is that the musicality is definitely not quite as heavy as on this demo. But anyway, music wise and instrumentation and all that, really really good. Um, the main riff is one of the catchiest thrash metal riffs I've ever heard. It's very simplistic, but yet it stays with you. Like it just sticks in your brain, and you can't help but like want to listen to the song like at least 3 or 4 times more after you listen to it the first time. But yeah, really great catchy riff. The drum work as well on here is great. And again, another great melodic guitar solo. The song is fast paced, just like with almost every single song on here. But the song kind of slightly slows down a bit and then goes into the melodic solo. Yeah, just fantastic. Next up is the song Doomsday. This is my second favorite song on here, and oh, this is great. The pacing on this song is a bit more mid-paced. It's not as fast and aggressive as the other songs. It's sort of more a mid-paced sort of doomy type song. Not doomy as in like doom metal, but it's sort of more moody, I should say. Not doomy, but more moody mid-paced type song. And just a really great ominous sort of riff to go along with it. And again, another great melodic guitar solo. This one is probably might even rival the solo on Is It All Over and The Last Thoughts. Or pretty much rival the other ones, but this one, I don't know. I still have a hard time deciding whether I like the solo of this song more or the previous two songs, because they're all fantastic. They're done very very well. But yeah, another great melodic guitar solo. And the vocalist is back to doing sorry, what's his name again? His stage name is very weird. Oh yeah, it's Cherry for some reason. A very odd name for for a metal vocalist, but yeah, his stage name is Cherry. But yeah, he's going back on this one to do really great vocals. Again, I don't know what happened with the chorus on Is It All Over, but yeah, the chorus on this one's great. Again, he sort of brings it back and doesn't trip up again, or I don't know what happened there on the other one, but yeah, really great vocal work as well. And yeah, just a really fantastic song. Next up and lastly is the song Mania. This one is more of a straightforward, sort of bang your head thrash metal song. It doesn't have any melodic nature like, again, the other previous songs have like a melodic guitar solo. Doomsday and Doomsday and Is It All Over kind of slows down just a bit to make way for the solo. There's no deviation in Mania. There's no melodic guitar solo. It's just, again, straightforward, pummeling fast as fuck thrash metal. It's sort of a great sort of, I guess you could say, a different sounding song. It's just great. I love how for the last song they just sort of like go all out, I guess. That they don't like they make it just not standard, but like classic fast pummeling thrash metal. But yeah, there's not even like a that noticeable of a solo. There's a solo in this one, but it sort of like gets sort of like sidelined by the actual main riff on here. But honestly, I don't care. The song overall is still fantastic. Again, even if it's more sort of straightforward and simplistic compared to the others. But yeah, and that is the song that ends the demo. All right. So before I get into my final thoughts and my rating, I will. I just want to show you guys the artwork and everything really quickly. There's not that much of an artwork on here, other than like a cartoony sketch of like a skeleton. You get a skeleton, sort of like has like a wire attached to him, and has like a little button that he's pressing, and his like brain is popping out. Kind of very cartoony, very goofy looking, but honestly, I don't care. It looks awesome. And the logo is pretty cool too. I think this is the only time I've seen this logo for this band have the one word on top of the other word. Also, oddly enough, this logo and the way it is, Brainamputated is spelled as one word, rather than the words brain and amputated being separate. For example, as you can see on the spine of the case here. But yeah. Also, a very weird artistic choice is the fact that like a lot of the wording here is like sort of crossed off with like red marker, and no, the pre and I did buy this from a seller, and the guy who had this before me, no, they didn't do this. This is an artistic choice, weird artistic choice, but it all copies come like this. They just have red line going through a lot of the words. But you can still see what it says, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with this little red line across a lot of this stuff. As you can see, it continues on here. And it's on the lyrics as well. I'm not gonna pull this out right now, but it not lyrics, but it's on the title of the songs. These red lines are. But yeah, very odd. And then the cassette is this standard black cassette with the stickers on it, and the track listing as well. So overall, honestly, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. Yeah, like I said before, at first I did not like the first song on here, but with multiple re-listens, it's actually caught on. I don't know why I didn't like it the first time. But yeah, honestly, every single song is fantastic. Um, and I love how it ends with a more simple style of song rather than the more intricate sort of balancing combination of melodic solo and heavy, fast, brutal riffing. The end song is sort of just a straightforward thrash song rather than having any melodic nature of any kind. Pretty cool sort of thing that they did. The vocals, like I said before, for the most part are really good, except for the chorus of "Is It All Over," which I don't know what the hell was going on with that. But yeah, really great sort of like again mixture of like thrash metal vocal, like styles of vocals like thrash metal. They have like thrash metal going on in the vocals, and like almost like punk and like crossover thrash in there as well. Um, and yeah, really cool. But yeah, overall, this is a fantastic demo. It's gonna be a 10 out of 10. It's absolutely perfect, despite again that very small flaw with the weird vocals on the chorus of "Is It All Over." I don't know why I'm repeating myself with that, but yeah. Now this band would be kind of short lived. They would put out one album in 1991, their first full-length album, and then in the mid-90s, sometime in the mid-90s, they would change their name from Brainamputated to Kick-Ass, and then they would release one more album under the Kick-Ass name, and then break up around 97. Yeah. Honestly, that first album, pretty good, but the second album, the Kick-Ass album, not so good. Anyway, that was a little history of the band. Yeah. So that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.